Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. And today, we're gonna do Challenge 11. Glass Cannon, because I want my Tainted Lost experience to be potentially slightly worse. We are Judas with Epic Fetus and Loki's Horns. That would have killed me. Loki's Horns can create some interesting sequences with Epic Fetus, as you suddenly have four things that are trying to launch explosives, and that can be kind of scary. If you get hit by your own bomb, then you only have one heart container, so you die. But we only have to go to Satan? I don't really remember this challenge at all, if I'm being honest, but I think that's Satan. It's either Satan or Mega Satan, so we're gonna go up either way. We're gonna go somewhere. For one, I'm excited. I'm mostly doing this challenge now, just because I don't want to play as Tainted Lost currently, and I'm hoping to postpone it for as much as I can. Is my genuine only reason. So yeah, we're just gonna hope it works out. If I die during this, it's fine. It doesn't count towards my death count. So actually it's not fine, because it would mean that it doesn't count towards unlocking scissors, so it would be a pointless death, unfortunately. But hopefully we can kind of make this work out. Actively trying not to blow myself up, hoping for a health up from the boss here. That would be lovely. And if not, that's okay too. This is, I think, the last challenge we have left to do as well. So either way, I'm excited to actually just have another part of the game be just completely done. So all in all, that's something to look forward to. Yeah, Loki's Horns with Epic Fetus do create some interesting sequences of events here, but I'm feeling somewhat confident that we're probably going to be okay. Envy, it's a little annoying, but mostly just because it takes a minute. I'm not particularly concerned presently. It's a little tempting to have bought the Eraser and then gone back to use it against Envy, so we, at least in this run, never see him again. But it will be a pointless display of anything, really, so let's just not. Shoop the whoop. Yeah, I'll actually take that. It's almost certainly worse than Book of Belial, but it is more fun. And ultimately, that's why we do things. If I had one more coin, I would have bought that Eraser probably and used that instead. But you're just gonna go like this. I'm feeling hopeful, optimistic. It's only a challenge, so there's probably just gonna be red hearts galore. And as such, I'm not particularly worried about anything. With this, at least, we can just do this and occasionally have a slightly easier time against an enemy or two. That's nice. We can bomb into every single secret room in the game with this build, so that's also quite nice, because we're just gonna be exploding all over the place. There is technically the chance that you could get something like Brimstone, I guess, and I don't know if that overrides it, but that would be kind of nice. This is a bit awkward, but we got it. And I guess there's no item rooms. I didn't really even, like, process that, but there's shops. There's at least shops. We've seen a shop. So at least we can go for those. I'm a little tempted by Devil Deals, but I don't actually have health, so I don't know where that temptation is coming from. And I'm gonna check this out just for fun. 3. That could be useful, because that rerolls everything on the floor. And since I did just spend all of my keys trying to go in there, I would actually not hate that for the sake of getting some more keys again. This, I don't think, can be held down at least, so that's nice. Oh, that doesn't affect me. There was a brief moment of panic. Instantly disappeared the moment I realized it doesn't actually do anything. Surprised my super secret room's not there, but I guess it's down there then. Also, nice that we don't need a key to enter our shop on this floor. There's a black candle, which is also neat. Means we're not gonna get cursed. The regular candle, also a little tempting, because it's a pretty nice way to be able to deal damage that doesn't require me to use Epic Fetus, but we'll see if we can actually afford it. Okay, that does help. Actually almost there to be able to afford it. Another mini-boss, surprisingly enough. Not a particularly scary one. Also dropped an item. Which puts us one step closer to the Bob transformation, and I for one am excited. A tinted rock was there, and I definitely was aware of it before I blew it up. And it wasn't just a freak accident that it got destroyed. Getting a decent amount of health there, actually. For a challenge called Glass Cannon, I would have expected less health. But that's ultimately what Ultra Hard is for, and not challenge number 11. This is still part of the Rebirth challenges, the challenges that were added in the first installment of the game without any expansions. And those generally are a little bit easier, a little bit less memorable than all the other ones. And like many other Rebirth challenges, this one's just kind of a build. A build and no item rooms is effectively the challenge. Getting a lot of tears up, but not getting a lot of other stuff, unfortunately. Also, apparently, I did say at some point that the Devil Deals could be interesting, and yeah, definitely just didn't enter it just now, so much for that. Tower card. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go for the candle, because I can't afford it. It's really, I guess, also a reason. I mean, it would be easy enough to get 2 coins. Because we have a trinket that will drop money pretty much every time we take damage as this character, so it's not especially difficult, but... And then there's this. But, you know what? Let's just try to do this challenge the way it was somewhat intended. And of course, that mostly means I'm just gonna start blowing up everything. Is probably what that means. I could really just bomb through every single room in the game, not kill a single enemy, and just see how far that gets me. And quite frankly, I'm expecting that to be fairly effective. I would be actually somewhat surprised if that didn't work very well. The only downside is that you don't have a lot of health to work with if you do that and you're not careful. So you gotta be at least a little bit careful, but other than that, not too scary. I'll take that. That's Birthright. I don't... This is Judas Birthright. So you get like... This wasn't in the game when I was playing Judas yet, so that's actually a little interesting. And because of that, I'm just gonna get it. I think it just gives added effects to every single item in the game or something like that. I remember it actually being pretty cool. Similar to the Wisps from Bethany's book, you get just a book there now, and... Yeah, look at that. Now, using Shoop the Whoop, activated the Book of Belial, but also it made like a cool flame effect type thing. That's pretty cool. We got the Ace of Hearts, which I feel is probably going to be useful at some point. And where is that? Where is that? There it is. So pretty cool looking. A little happy how that's going. Now let's just do that. Because that's just going to be a damage up every time I use it. It's pretty much just a lower charge Book of Belial, so obviously that is pretty good. I'd love to stop getting tears up because it's not doing anything to my knowledge. It might actually make the little targeting reticle move a little bit quicker, which can be useful at times. It's just that I don't particularly care about it right now, but yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll get such high tier rate at some point that we'll just start shooting extra things. And that'll be pretty neat. I do like the little flame effect though. I'd like to see more active items actually, and I'm afraid that this is just not going to be the run where that happens because we don't have active, or we don't have item rooms. So that's kind of a shame. Does it tell me what the thing does with increased damage up? Oh, that's actually pretty good. Because normally this gives you plus 0.1 damage, I think, and now it's 0.2 with that. That's neat. Let's blow you up. I'm a little tempted by the red card right there, but can't quite afford it. We might be able to find 1 coin in here somewhere. Let's just do that.
Ace of Hearts.
God. Shoot the whoop. Dealing extra damage as well. It's just the best build ever made. Let's see if... Wow, really? Let's see if the challenge room actually holds anything interesting. A pill? Not super interested in pills anymore. I'll take any health we can get. We are still supposed to be a glass cannon, I think, but I'm not really feeling it. I'd rather just be a regular cannon and just destroy everything instead, because quite frankly, I'm finding it fairly effective. Hard to use Loki's horns, I would say. It is pretty much just intended for you to accidentally blow yourself up like we, I think, just did. It was a little tricky to tell what actually happened there, but it certainly looked like we blew ourselves up. We took damage from something.
I'm excited.
Good. I'm excited. I'm excited. Use the shoot the whoop there just because it's a big room and it's just gonna fully charge. Wait for I'm excited. Might as well check out these walls for super secret rooms. Really, just that one. Give me like 2 seconds before I'm excited activates again. It will happen anytime, every 30 seconds, and then in the minute, and then it stops. There we go. That's what I want to see. I kind of want you to jump. Yeah, like that. Very nice. Because I would like to use the beam as much as possible. Damage ups are nice with this item as well. So nice that the game also gave me one there. Godhead. I don't know if this does anything. Second Godhead of the day though, so that's nice. It's made it slightly homing, I think, because I'm not moving it that slowly. So that's vaguely exciting. Only vaguely, but vaguely nonetheless. Let's just do this for a while, see if we can get soul hearts. Mostly the money though. Now we can get our health back. I don't know if there was anything left in the shop. Oh yeah, the red card. And I did just use my Ace of Hearts willy-nilly. Queen of Hearts. Cool. Was I still in the... God, there's so many red hearts on this floor. Was that I'm excited? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If I had the Queen of Hearts during that angel room, I definitely would have just spent some more time in that thing, I would say. But, oh well. It's okay. It's okay. I just want to find my super secret room and be on my way. I'm really not sure how I didn't take damage there from those tears, but sure. It's just a sick dodge. Yeah, it just feels a little sad when you have a targeting reticle shoot a giant rocket at a mushroom and the mushroom lives, you know? It just makes it feel a little bit weaker. It also just takes quite a while for a rocket to actually come down. It's certainly, in the right hands, Epic Fetus is really good. Also, with a room like this, I just don't even feel motivated to look for my super secret room anymore. Yeah, in the right hands, it can be very good. You can get through floors very quickly. There's also stuff like this where there's a tinted rock and then you can just get it. We're already at full health, unfortunately, but still, it's there. But you can do stuff like this where you just bomb through every single room in the game, not kill a single enemy, and just win. And it's honestly very effective. But it's not really, I'm not very good at it. Also, I never checked out this wall. Oh well. I wouldn't mind trying it, I guess. I mean, it's not like I'm in a particular mood of having to clear every single floor slowly. But then you get into a room like this where you have shoot the whoop and you get to blow everything up and it'll just recharge your item afterwards. It's really nice, and why even bother? Tears up, good. We were a little bit low on the tears up sides of things. We hadn't seen one in a good minute. And then there's rooms like this where you can't actually blow out of them because there is a mini-boss blocking the door. So I guess there are some instances where it isn't actually possible to blow through every single door in the game, but for the most part it's possible. Like rooms like this, you can just say no. Unfortunately, Godhead made it a little bit more difficult to say no because it moves my targeting reticle ever so slightly, and it's just enough to be annoying. It's just enough to be a bother, and that's a shame. That's Soul of the Forgotten, which I will peruse. This is also one of those rooms where I'm just not excited about the whole ordeal. Death, Justice. Soul of the Forgotten is just really nice for like a sacrifice room if you could find something like that. So we'll actually just have a little look around. Plus, I guess it is also just nice to enjoy your Epic Fetus every now and then, because it's not a particularly common item. It does show up very rarely. So it is kind of nice when you do get to make use of it. But at the same time, I don't need it in my life. It's not for me. There are more exciting things in life than shooting rockets at your enemies. Not many, admittedly, but still a couple. Come on, there you go. Cool. Gives us decent Angel Room and Devil Deal chances. Also, I guess since we don't have a key, that it's definitely just regular Satan that we're going to. How does... Gold key and gold bomb from one chest, fair enough. How does this work with Epic Fetus? Yeah, it doesn't... I mean, I'm still invincible, and I'm a statue. But it's just sad. It's just mildly miserable. Because Pin isn't a great enemy type to try and fight with Epic Fetus. I like that we keep getting this room though, that's nice. A lot of money. Kind of makes the shop a little bit more interesting again. There's a shopkeeper right there as well, so we don't have to particularly look for any of that, even though there's a decent chance there is just one in the shop right there. Just makes it a little bit more tempting to spend slightly more time in this room. What do we got? It is Jar of Flies. Every time you kill an enemy... 2 items that I don't think affect the birthright that we currently have, so that's kind of a shame. So fair enough. I would really like to see a sacrifice room on this floor. Part of me wants to take the Queen of Hearts with me rather than the Soul of the Forgotten. Part of me doesn't really care that much because it's a run to Satan and there's really not that much that can feasibly go wrong, but never underestimate these things. It would be a silly way to die now. It's very easy to die in this game if you're not paying attention. And truth be told, it did not take long for me to reach a point in this run where I have stopped looking at the screen. We have reached that already, and quite frankly, I think I'm in a little bit of danger because of it. There is a very real chance that I am just gonna get bored somewhere along the line and just be like, blah, 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 and just accidentally explode myself 7 times, but it might not happen. It's not guaranteed, it's just very likely. And I just need to be a little careful about it all. There we go. That's part 1. That's part 2. That's part 3. We win! Marbles! Sure. I guess I'll take it. Why not? Do you think that trinket that drops extra bombs whenever a bomb blows up sometimes works with golden bombs? And that you could just get infinite bombs that way? It seems likely enough. It wouldn't be weird that it would work. It's just... I never tested it, probably never will. I'm just curious. This is also a fiddly enemy type to deal with Epic Fetus, because they're just always very close to you, and that's not nice. I will take that, actually. In one attempt. In one attempt, I will take this item. Alright. I guess I'll also just see if we can get anything else. Would be kind of cool. There we go. Pause. Does this do anything? Doesn't specifically mention anything with the birthright, and that's, I assume, it would. It's an assumption, admittedly, but it doesn't seem like a terrible assumption. Nope. Ooh. That made my damage go up by a decent amount. Most of it was because of the Book of Belial thing from Birthright, but still. It's a little bit of extra damage. I would like to reroll those other 2 things for a while. Unfortunately, Pin sucks. Yeah, this Cricket's Head is a pretty good addition to every single build in the game. So I'm not particularly bothered. Moon card, I'll actually take that. Now I'm just gonna make my way to the boss, I think. Yeah, there we go. It's beginning. I should at least try to get the D6 charge before we reach the boss, but we did. But I would like to have that available for a potential angel room, maybe. Oh no. This is gonna be real awkward as well. Yeah. Because actually hitting this boss with this isn't ideal. Because it's a quick one. I guess the Blackhearts are slowly killing the boss, but... oh god. It's quick, but also... it's not consistent. It's not like super consistent when it actually happens. Mega Blast? That is actually tempting, but I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. Shame about picking up items during a challenge, as it doesn't count towards progress either, so there's not as much point. I think this is actually really good on this particular item, because I think it just means you shoot 2 rockets in like a quick succession. Yeah, this is nice. This is the kind of thing that does help with a challenge like this to actually speed it up a bit. I need to get some of my health back again now, because I did accidentally spend a decent chunk of it. Get away, come on. Another slightly tricky enemy type, because it might just stay in its skull for long, awkward periods of time. But we made it through. Can I blow this away from there? It might actually be stuck in there. No, that's a shame. Anyway, like I was saying, I'd like to find maybe some black hearts, maybe some cool stuff. Some cool stuff, please. Maybe a soul heart in the shop. Maybe some BOGO bombs in the shop. It's almost good. Verps there, which gives me a cool tears up. Did need that after getting that other thing. Okay. Not terrible. I would have liked a little bit more charge on my D6 there. But I suppose just getting the soul heart and some cards is also pretty cool. Chariot the Sun. I mean, the sun is just really nice. So there is that. What is this? Empress? Temporary health up. Not super excited. Yeah, this machine's being kind. Very nice. Another temperance machine. Might just blow this up afterwards. I could use the hearts from temperance or the money from temperance to get some more money and just be on my way and try to make the most of it. But you know what? I don't feel like it. What I feel like is seeing if either of these do anything, because quite frankly, I don't expect me to use Montezuma's Revenge with Epic Fetus, because quite frankly, charging it is a little bit precarious due to this whole situation. But technically not impossible. It's just very fiddly. It is not a fun time. But it's tempting. And it's a shame we found that so late. Would have not hated having that to reroll the items that I picked up that I didn't really care for, like Cursed Eye and Montezuma's Revenge. But you know what? It's too late for that now. We have made our choice. That is a less awkward enemy type to deal with when using Epic Fetus, because clearly it doesn't really do much of anything, and that is nice. Shot speed.
Shot speed up.
More rooms without enemies. Cool. I mean, I'm not particularly concerned as long as we can stay alive. At least the sun card will keep us somewhat healthy, but then you have rooms like this where I panicked a little bit, and that was enough for me to take damage. I wasn't really sure if I had to dodge, so I didn't. And it was not the right call. Not the right call. Yeah, quad shot's definitely helping out a lot, though. Definitely don't hate that we decided for that old boss rush reroll. Because it certainly is making life a little bit easier, especially with enemies that have like multiple forms when you kill one of them and then suddenly it's all dead. In the same rough span of time. And it just makes life a little bit easier. Yeah, it is just, it's tricky to talk with this. I'm noticing that. I'm having a little bit more difficulty actually making a sense-making story. And suddenly also I can't think of the word cohesive. There we go. Suddenly the word cohesive didn't sound like a real word to me anymore, and I really got myself in a pickle because of it. It really made the story a lot more complicated than it needed to be, but fair enough. There is Loki. And there he was. Not a terrible boss. It wasn't the Matriarch, which still wouldn't have been terrible, but there's usually just a lot more going on, and that boss just doesn't really do a whole lot. 2 non-scarred wombs. That's pretty much a dream come true. Also, with rooms like this, I might as well clear them since it's big rooms galore, and all the enemies are... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, all the enemies aren't that hard to kill. But then we reached that one. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, quad shot is saving this run a lot, I feel. Because it certainly is making life a lot easier in regards to actually hitting some of these enemies. Let's do this. Cool. Let's also get that golden chest out of there. Unfortunately, no items, but fair enough. Still feeling mildly, positively hopeful that we can reach the end of this challenge without us being dead. But not feeling as guaranteed anymore, with a lot of rooms having enemies that run directly towards me. And there not being too much I can always do about it, which is really the main worry about this item. It is not a consistently game-winning item in very specific rooms, of which we have now seen a couple. What a weird room that... Oh, I guess if you have tears that would be a problem, because it would block the shot. Yeah, fair enough. Just seemed odd. It didn't seem like those rolling enemies would be able to hit anything, but that's not the point. They're there to stop damage to the eye in the center. I understand the room now. Very nice. 2 of diamonds. I'm scared of the spikes. I'm scared of the magnets. They're gonna activate. Yeah, there you go. That's a good time. I mean, damage-wise, it's clearly pretty good. It's obviously working fairly well, but it's still just a scary time. I was should have checked what Vade Retro would have done with this build actually, but oh well. Now it's a little tempting to use the Sun card just for the sake of having a map, but also just having that extra health available does make me feel nice and comfy and safe. And also, if there's just no enemies anywhere, then why worry? Unfortunately, we did find an enemy. We are occasionally going to shoot tears now because of that heart item that we picked up. So at least we got that going for us. And I did kind of forget that we even had Godhead, because quite frankly, it's just not doing a whole lot. But 25 damage missiles. I don't know why I'm using a bomb. God. The last rocket of quad shot perfectly killing the enemy there, and yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more hopeful with this fight. As yeah, it's just a pretty good build in the end of the day. The rules card has appeared in the basement. It's the one card in the game that actually does nothing for any situation. It's wonderful. But that is every single challenge in the game completed. Yeah, we no longer have to look at that ever again. Until the next expansion, I suppose, whenever that may not be. It's very likely will never happen, but still, that is that. That's all challenges completed, and having made our lives slightly more difficult for the remaining Tainted Lost things to do. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with a different character, and I hope to see you all there. Bye bye.